Hello everyone, it's me, Martinez-Bateman. This is like the 5th time I've tried to record this. I keep like using the wrong words for stuff and stuttering and like getting sidetracked. It's a Thursday update, by the way. And I am the CEO of New Coyote Consulting. We are a communications and equity consulting firm. And you can be a communications professional for 20 plus years and do some of the most successful campaigns and still just not have the brain juice to make a video like this on a random Thursday afternoon. It's not a contradiction. It's a reality of being human and the fact that we all have our limits. This week has been bonkers. Monday I talked about how we had a fucking snowstorm, how I was focusing on the negative. Well, not Monday. I didn't even make that on Monday. On Monday disappeared into snowstorm chaos for me. I didn't get to the Monday update until like Tuesday evening. I'm pretty sure that didn't even get posted until yesterday. It's a Thursday today. I didn't really have an intention for this week except that I wanted to lean in and be more interrogative, interrogate more my tendency to focus on the negative, which I had been doing all week and which I continued to do after I made that video. I continued to just wallow in self-pity until literally this afternoon. And part of me is like, you know what? That's fine. That's a feeling and it's valid and it came up and I moved through it. And feeling pity for myself doesn't make me a bad person or a lesser person. It makes me a human person and with feelings and with needs. And I've already said previously that I can feel myself skirting a burnout cycle. And I have done nothing to deal with that. I'm just going to say that right now. I know it's happening. I know the symptoms. I'm losing interest in things that I normally have interest for. I'm feeling the need to work like longer hours to make up for the fact that I'm super slow right now because I am burning out. I'm also not doing... I've done a couple of creative things this week to try and sort of like combat that. I think it worked a little bit, but I'm also not leaning hard into my creativity, nor am I doing things like long-term planning, goal setting, all the things that help me to avoid burnout and stay sane. I'm not doing them, and the reason I'm not doing them is because I'm exhausted, and the reason I'm exhausted is because I am spending a bunch of energy feeling sorry for myself. I'm also spending a bunch of energy recovering from the fact that I spent literally 3 months just in pure existential terror, worrying and wondering if this was gonna work out, if we were gonna survive and make it through. And now that we have, I've already said this before, now that we're surviving, a lot of feelings from that time are coming back up, and it's gonna take time to go through them all. Here's what I wanna say. I found myself telling this to someone like last night, basically. And the gist was that you have a moral obligation to thrive. Especially people who have been downtrodden, especially people who have been marginalized, especially people who have been traditionally excluded from places of power. We have a moral obligation to thrive. And as I said that to her, I realized that I was not doing that. I was not engaging in that. I felt like I was trying. I felt like, this is part of the self-pity shit that I've been going through, where I feel like I'm trying really hard and it's not working in the way that I want it to or as fast as I want it to. And I also realized that, there is an extreme level of hypocrisy for me to say that every person deserves a living wage, and then for me to also not be making a living wage right now. Haven't been making a living wage since the beginning of the year because of how much problems we've had. And then I also haven't, I think I've made things harder for myself during that period of time. And I'm not entirely sure why. I've got theories. I think that there's when you grow up in a situation like I did, where domestic violence is a reality, there's always going to be a part of you that thinks that you should be harmed. Or that it's okay to be harmed, or that when things get, and then that's especially true when things get bad, that it becomes true that like you've got to be the one to be harmed. It's also true that there's some business reality that while I was not making a salary during this period of time, I was still increasing my equity in a business that has now proven to be extremely strong and storm resistant over and over again. So that's not something to keep lightly, but also like, it's no surprise that I'm burning out. It's not a surprise at all. And the solution to burning out is to not work. But completely backing away is not an option for me right now. It's not one I want to take. It is an option, but it's not one I want to take because I believe that that will give me a lot worse outcomes in the long run. But that doesn't mean that I either have to work full time or nothing. I can make other choices, especially now that things are going our way. I have more capital to make more other choices than I have before, which is very, very good and important. And also just asking myself, every chance I get, is there an easier way to do this? Is there an easier way to do this? Because a lot of times there is, I can spend several hours on something and then realize that like that could have been 3 text messages to the right people. I didn't need to do that way, but I felt like I had to do it the hard way. So that's not really me like updating you on my intentions. I don't even really know if I had intentions for this week. I kind of don't think I did. I think I sort of had questions and thoughts, and now I have some answers, but mostly more questions and more thoughts. I frequently say that whatever's wrong with you is wrong with your business, and that's bearing out. And I feel invited to once again re-engage in the work I need to do to heal those wounds so that I can show up in the world in the way that I want for myself and also for my family and for my work, for my job, for my clients, and for my principles and my goals. So that's the Thursday update. Have a weekend, close the computer, quit checking email, do a thing that you love, pick something back up that you've abandoned, even if you're going to suck at it. Don't care about that. Don't focus on that. I will see you on Monday. Bye.